Hello and welcome to Sitges, Spain. Sitges is on the Mediterranean coast about 24 miles or 38 kilometers southwest of Barcelona. It's close enough for a day trip, but after spending a full week here, I think that sells it short. Getting here is easy. From central Barcelona, a train ride usually takes between 35 and 45 minutes, and the Sitges station is right in town, just steps from all the great shopping and minutes from the beach. If you're arriving into Barcelona's main airport, there's no reason to go into central Barcelona. A direct bus or short and easy train ride with one quick transfer will get you into Sitges in under an hour. With luggage, a taxi or rideshare may be easier. That's what we did. The drive from the airport normally takes around 30 minutes. Our Uber ride costs us just under 50 euros. We spent a full week here exploring the beaches, shopping far more than we planned, visiting museums, enjoying the nightlife, and experiencing Sitges Pride. This is 1 week in Sitges, Spain. Our plan for this week was very different from the way we normally travel. We weren't going to wake up early and try to fit 14 attractions into every day. We came to Sitges to spend time on the beach, eat well, shop, and enjoy moving at a slower pace. It was kind of a vacation from our vacations. Before we get started, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Now Go See It. It helps us so much to continue making videos like this one. We visited in late June and our trip happened to overlap with Sitges Pride. The celebration brings concerts, drag shows, and pool parties into a city with only about 33,000 permanent residents. Sitges has been connected to artists and bohemian culture since the late 1800s. That more open reputation helped attract gay visitors during a time when they weren't welcome in many other places. Gay life was heavily restricted during the Franco dictatorship, but people still gathered here. After Franco's death, the gay community became far more visible. Bars, clubs, hotels, and restaurants opened around Plaça de la Indústria and Carrer Joan Tarrida. Sitges is now one of Europe's most popular gay vacation destinations. It's also not exclusively gay. Families, couples, retirees, and day trippers all come here. You can have a very gay vacation without feeling trapped inside an isolated resort. We split most of our beach time between Sant Sebastià Beach and Playa de la Ribera. Sant Sebastià sits just east of the church in Old Town. It was lively every time we visited, with a walk-up bar, restaurants across the promenade, and plenty of sand to spread out. The view back toward the church is also excellent. Playa de la Ribera is the most central beach. Shopping, restaurants, bars, and most of downtown are immediately behind it. It can get busy, but it was the tamer of the two beaches. If you want an easy beach day with food and drinks only a few steps away, this is probably your best choice. And please forgive us for not having a lot of footage from the beach. Several beaches around Sitges are clothing optional, and even on the mixed beaches, not everyone came dressed for YouTube. We decided that filming strangers without their clothes on was not going to be part of the channel. We did make one afternoon trip to Playa del Muerto. This small beach is several miles southwest of central Sitges, below the cliffs and away from town. The final approach is along a rough path, so wear decent shoes and don't bring more than you want to carry. Gay and naturalist visitors have been coming here since at least the 1930s, making it one of Europe's oldest documented gay beaches. Its remote location gave gay men a place to meet out of public view. During our visit, the beach was almost completely nude. The camera enjoyed another afternoon off. When we weren't at the beach, we were shopping. Sitges had some of the best shopping we found anywhere on this trip, especially for men's clothing. There are independent stores with good prices and pieces that don't look like the same thing sold in every American mall. We also found jewelry, household goods, artwork, gifts, souvenirs, and several things I never considered buying until they were directly in front of me. I think we spent more money shopping in Sitges than we have on any other trip. Our luggage was heavier and our bank accounts were lighter. The city's main landmark is the Church of Sant Bartomeu and Santa Tecla. It stands on the waterfront point known as La Puente, and its towers define the Sitges skyline. Most of the Baroque church dates to the 17th century. During our visit, the bell tower was covered in scaffolding for a major restoration. Sea air, rain, and years of exposure had damaged the structure, so the project was repairing the surface and stabilizing the tower. The work meant we couldn't explore the interior or climb the bell tower. When tours return, visitors will be able to see the Baroque altarpieces, visit the treasury room, and climb the tower for a full view over Sitges. At the bottom of the church steps, look for La Sirena, a bronze mermaid created by sculptor Paris Zou. She was molded in 1955 and cast in bronze 10 years later. One bit of local legend says that if you give La Sirena's raised hand a high five, she'll keep a small piece of your soul, forcing you to return to Sitges. At the top of the steps, a cannon recalls the weapons that once defended Sitges from the sea. Behind the church is Racó de la Calma, a short passage between the Cau Ferrat and Maricel buildings. The stone walls and bridge overhead make it one of the most recognizable corners of the old town. The best cultural attraction we visited in Sitges was the Cau Ferrat Museum. Cau Ferrat was the home and studio of artist, writer, and collector Santiago Rusinol. He founded the house in 1983 and it opened as a public museum in 1933. The house is as important as anything displayed inside it. Every room is packed with color, texture, art, furniture, and whatever else Rusinol decided belonged there. The ground floor holds more than 200 ceramic pieces. Tiles, plates, pharmacy jars, and pitchers cover the kitchen, dining room, and fountain room. The pieces date from the 14th through the 19th centuries, and many of the tile panels are built directly into the walls. Then there is the ironwork. Cau Ferrat roughly translates to the iron den, and Roussenal collected wrought iron before he became widely known as a painter. Door knockers, keys, locks, grills, candle holders, tools, and decorative metalwork cover the walls. These objects would normally be pushed into one corner of a museum. Here, they take over an entire room. You start noticing the design in a lock or a door knocker made hundreds of years ago. Upstairs is the main studio hall. Blue walls, a dark wood ceiling, stained glass, paintings, furniture, and ironwork fill almost every space. The collection includes work by Roussenal, Ramon Casas, Picasso, and El Greco. This was my favorite part of the museum. You're not just looking at Roussenal's collection, you're standing inside the space where he lived, worked, and decided that an empty wall was completely unacceptable. The visit continues directly into the adjacent Maricel Museum. This section follows Catalan art from medieval religious work through modernism in the 20th century. There are paintings, sculptures, furniture, ceramics, and altarpieces. I enjoyed it, but I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't visit Maricel on its own. Cau Ferrat is the reason to buy the ticket. Maricel is the bonus and museum attached to it. The best room in Maricel is the viewpoint overlooking the sea. 3 large sculptures by Jean Rabouillet stand in front of the open arches and windows. The stone figures look like they're standing there watching the water with you. The ocean and changing light behind them made this room far more interesting to me than another white gallery wall. Another highlight is the large Gothic altarpiece. Painted panels divide religious stories into individual scenes filled with color and small details. Medieval religious art is normally not enough to hold me for very long, but this was worth stopping for. Together, Cau Ferrat and Maricel deserve about 90 minutes to 2 hours. The house, tiles, iron collection, and studios were the stars for me. The traditional art museum was fine. On another afternoon, we walk east toward Aiguadolç, the Sitges port. The marina is a little more than 10 minutes from the old town. It opened in 1975 and now holds boat slips, hotels, apartments, bars, and restaurants. This is a good place to come for a waterfront lunch or dinner. You can eat beside the boats, and there are enough restaurants to give you some choice without much planning. Behind the restaurants are narrow white lanes designed to resemble an old fishing village. They were pleasant, but the entire area feels like what it is, a polished marina and restaurant district. The port doesn't have the character of central Sitges. I would come here for a meal, see the boats, and check out the lanes, and then head back toward the old town. Unless you're getting on one of those boats, you don't need half a day. One attraction we couldn't visit was the Romanticism Museum. The museum is inside a neoclassical mansion built in 1793 and has been closed for a long-term restoration. When it reopens, visitors will be able to see wall decorations, period furniture, paintings by Paul Rigaud, the Garden Gallery, and Lola Angelada's antique doll collection. Back along the waterfront, Passeig Marítim connects the central beaches. Vendors set up along the promenade selling everything from handmade jewelry and original artwork to souvenirs and extremely unofficial sportswear. Some of the booths had interesting pieces worth buying. Some had football jerseys that probably shouldn't be placed inside a washing machine. Dining in Sitges was much more affordable than we expected. We had great tapas, paella, croquettes, cured meats, and other Spanish dishes without turning every meal into a major expense. Restaurants directly on the waterfront tend to charge more. Walk a few blocks inland and you'll find plenty of casual places with fair prices. At night, the area around Plaça de la Indústria and Carrer Joan Terreda fills up. Early in the evening, people gather around the outdoor tables. Later, the action moves into cocktail bars, drag shows, dance clubs, and places that stay open until breakfast becomes a reasonable next meal. The gay bars felt friendly and easy to enter. We could have a drink, see a drag show, or stay out until we made questionable decisions about tomorrow morning. Pride made the town busier, but the gay nightlife here is permanent. It doesn't disappear when the parade ends. After 1 week, Sitges gave us exactly the slower trip we had wanted without leaving us bored. We had beaches, museums, excellent shopping, good food and nightlife, and almost everything was within walking distance. If you're looking for a relaxing gay destination in Spain or elsewhere in Europe, Sitges is absolutely worth seeking out. It's easy to combine with Barcelona, but it deserves more than whatever time you have left over at the end of a Barcelona trip. For more details, maps, transportation information, and links to the places we visited, head to nowgoseeit.com. If this video helped you plan your trip, give it a like, subscribe to Now Go See It, and check out the channel for more Spain and European travel guides. Now go see Sitges, Spain.